We are at Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Northern Illinois Huskies and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Bruce Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Reese?
All right, Holly. So Northern Illinois' kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. A recruit this coaching staff really was much higher on than a lot of the services, and man, did that pay off as he won the job to start the season. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Picks up the first down. At the 45 on his way. There he goes to the right. The tap. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
The short hands, it's Thompson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. Shakes off the defender. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
You got to love that third down, man. Third and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on third and short, getting that next set of downs.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough, third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. And the missed connection on third down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Rose. He's moving out of the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's a give to Malton. Could be an alley. He's up to 94 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. On first down, it's Malton again. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. You start the season, top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Going to the run, it's Phillips. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one, it's tough to take an injury this early. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff for Malton. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On first down, it's Malton again. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here's Kamari Malton. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Iowa!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be brought down. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because...
Caught, and he's got room. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's third and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Hey, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Makes the grab. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense there to stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it was a good move that got him that much. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Rose. A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. Maybe some room here. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense in an empty set. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 2nd and 10 here. Dropping back, it's Rose. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Dangerous screen into traffic. He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end to the air on 2nd down. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosion.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Slings it downfield. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Bringing the heat. Trying to buy time. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. To the air. It's Rose. He'll try to do it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the North Texas Mean Green. And it's the Hoosiers trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the 1st half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. Now back to your game at Kinnick Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be...
Snags it, and there's running room. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Look out, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
To the ground, he's got it again. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. After the run, now to throw. Fires to the right. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Hey, guys, I'll tell you what, man. They went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Looking to throw, it's Rose. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
That'll put a smile on the OC's face to get a little breathing room. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. The inside handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how you set the tone. First and goal, the offense set up in great position. Nice job rushing the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, getting him in the ground, and now getting him in a second down and long situation.
Safe completion on the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Back to pass, it's Rose. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 41 set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The run inside. It's Johnson. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The handoff to Johnson. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late.
18.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Northern Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They got 0 push up front and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Rose. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got it on the right. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Keeps it himself.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to Johnson. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. They're going to ride this running back. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in them. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls it on the option. Makes him talk to the hand. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Doing it himself again. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.